We need an extra light. Hello, everyone. Can we talk for a minute? Interesting. Hi, Zulu. How are you? How are you doing, Zulu? Network check, Zulu. Oh, Zulu. Hold on now. You know what? It seems like somebody is going to have to stand today. Seems like I have to stand today. Hello, everybody. I think I was hanging a bit there. You know what? It seems like somebody is going to have to stand today. Seems like I have to stand today. Hello, team. How are you? Hello, team. How are you? Add. Hi,
Welcome, welcome.
Marissa.
Hello. Hi, people.
Hi. How are you doing?
Why am I not hearing you well? I can hear you, but it's not loud. Is it from my end? I don't know that.
Ah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I've been hearing you since. I'm just saying that it's not as loud as I'm expecting it to be. I hope
That's
it's not from
strange.
my
Why
end.
is Marissa, nice to have you here. For everybody who has joined, double tap on the screen. Today promises to be amazing. Louisa, how is my network? Oh,
I can see you very well, clearly.
yeah, me and this kitchen were like,
I hope you can hear me too. Hello, everyone. Hello.
I removed the scarf. I was a bit finicky about tying it. I don't know, but I removed it though. What do you think? Should I tie it back?
You guys that do scarf, when I see you guys, I'm like, I don't have one. One, I don't have. Is it
But
only
you
fine on you guys? I just don't have mine. Eh?
know what? I'm going to tie it again. I'm going to tie.
No, it's usually fine. It's usually fine. It's just I don't have mine done for that thing.
Oh, and Joel, thank you so much. Thank you for the amazing super chat. You look better without. Okay, they said I look better without it,
Hi
but it's not.
Zulu. I see you, Zulu.
So I'm going to yank
I
it
see
off.
hi Tim. Hi.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you, Undu. So you have a
Okay, so
gift from Undu. Thank you, Undu.
oops, Luisa, please
Yep.
just hold on, just um direct the chat. I need to do something quickly. Okay, just hold on.
Okay, Faye. Guys, it's only me that cannot hear Faye clearly. I feel like I can hear her, but faintly, like I'm straining to hear her. Maybe it's from my end. Tim, could you hear her clearly, or is it me? I don't know. Zulu. Hi Zulu. Whew. How are you guys doing? What's happening? You guys are all here. Yeah. Hello, host and everyone. Hi, Undu. How are you doing, Undu? How are you doing? Longest time. How is everything? How is South Africa? Please, when she gets back, she needs to grab a chair. Zulu, tell her again. Tell her, because the last time that was what happened. But I hope that's what she went to do, because it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a long one. So I hope she does that, because I don't know how you stand for long. Zulu, you're always looking out for people. You're so sweet. You're so nice. You're so caring. You're always looking out for people. Okay, Faye, welcome back. Can you hear me?
So wait, hold on. The reason Zulu is telling me to
Quintuplet
grab a chair.
family fun. What are you saying, Faye?
The reason Zulu is telling me to grab a chair is for a different reason. I know
Grab a
Zulu
chair.
too
You
well.
need a chair. Really,
It's
you
for a
do.
different reason. I know Zulu too well. It's for a
You don't
different
need a chair.
reason.
You'll
I
be
said
standing
Zulu
for
is
that
telling
long. I'm seeing Chini. I'm seeing Chini. I'm seeing Favor.
me.
I'm seeing Quintuplet family fun.
Hi, Favor. Hi, Zulu. Hi, Ndo. Thank you so much for the super chats once again. So I'm just going to do a quick poll here, Louisa. Louisa, can we do polls here?
You want to set a poll? Why not?
Where? I can't find that. Where's that plus thing?
Ah, I'm seeing
Louisa,
Captain here. Hello, everyone.
Captain is here. Okay. And Louisa, we're warming up. We're warming up with Louisa. So Captain has to wait. Captain, welcome. So, guys, we're talking about. Louisa already knows the topic, right? So, we're talking about should a lady chase a guy, and basically decoding what men want. Louisa is already shaking her head, right? Because I know she has a lot to
No,
say.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not even hearing you well, Faye. Like I'm straining to hear you. Like your voice is low. So I just hope that I'm the only one. I hope that every other person can hear you
Can you
clearly.
hear me
I
now?
just hope so.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, Zulu said we can't do a poll.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that. But can you hear me
So
now?
Favor, Zulu, Captain, can you hear Faye clearly? Maybe it's just me. If it's just me, it's fine. I would try to hear you. But I just hope that everybody's
I
training.
hope I hope I hope it's
Okay, they
just
said
they
they
can
can hear
hear
you
me,
well. Quincy
Louisa.
Bless says
Oh,
she
so
can
what's
hear you
going on?
clearly.
Oh, I like this light. Oh, okay. Okay.
Why you want to be doing that? You didn't wear black today. Oh. Take your time. You're
I
not on
did
black today.
it. Guys, thank you so much for joining Quintuplet Family Favor. Thank you so much. IG message. I didn't see any IG. So sorry, my DM can be very. So when you do send a message, let me know on YouTube so I can check if that makes any sense. So let's get right to it, right? Um, so should a lady chase a guy, Louisa?
Why are you asking me? Ask the chat now.
No. I want we want to we want
Do you
we
want
want
me
to
to
hear from
just
you first. Should a lady chase a guy? Okay, so I'll probably just say something first. I believe that, and please, these questions that we ask,
maybe you should
please
say what chasing is first?
feel free to share your opinion in the chat. We'll be reading the chat. But Luisa, I'd like to ask first from you. What do you think about that? So I wrote something here, right? I'm just going to paint a scenario. So you meet a guy at an event, right? The vibe is crazy. It's good. Like you guys, that chemistry is there when you meet him. But he doesn't ask for your number after you meet him at the event. Now, later, you now bump into like his Instagram handle from a mutual friend of yours. What would you do? One, would you slide into his DM and say hi? Two, would you like a few of his pictures and wait for him to notice? Three, would you do nothing because if you wanted you, he would have asked for your number? And four, something else apart from the options that I just read. So, Louisa, and every other person in the
The
chat.
question again. The question. I want to hear the circumstance at which they met.
Okay, so you just meet a guy at an event, and you guys bonded pretty well. Like you guys bonded a lot, right? But he didn't ask for your number. And then after a while, you bump into his live stream. You bump into his channel IG handle. So one, would you slide into his DM and say hi? Two, would you like a few of his pictures and then wait for him to notice? Or C, would you do nothing? Because if he wanted you, he would have asked for your number. And then D, maybe something else apart from the options. So, who wants to say
I
something?
think I'll do B. Why will I do B? Because
Okay.
we met, we chatted, so we're no longer strangers. Then the
You
after
meant to
doing
chat. You
B, it will
chatted
depend
just
on
at
what
an
we
event.
communicated. You said what?
You chatted just at an event.
Then when you
It
say we
was just
chatted,
at,
you said we bonded, meaning we spoke more than
yeah,
5 minutes. We were just conversing back to
yeah,
back, abi? It's not like we
yeah,
said hi
yeah,
and left now.
yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
fact, because we spoke for long, that's why I would even notice that this is this person's handle now. I must have noticed the face. I must have gotten the name. You get.
Okay, okay,
So it depends on our conversation. If it was just normal, maybe if I didn't like him for a relationship
yeah,
and as a friend, why not? I can say hi. Oh, do you remember me? How are you doing? I'll greet
yeah,
normally. Maybe because I will not think of relationship immediately. Since we just chatted in an event and it was just normal. Because he didn't say relationship, that's why he didn't collect my number.
yeah.
Because if he wanted the relationship, he would have collected my number. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously we're just friends. But I will chat him up. Maybe I would like a picture and like it. I would like a picture and comment so that he will know that
Yeah.
it is the lady he met the other day, just saying hi. Just trying to continue
Mm-hmm.
from where we start. Maybe how are you? Because for us to have conversed for a while, it means that we have a good vibe,
Mm-hmm.
basically. So I think I will. I will. It depends on the on how our conversation went.
Okay, we have a few responses. Zulu says if you're not a
Yes, there's a
member,
response.
if you're not a member of her channel, the DMs don't reach her. Zulu, really? Okay,
That means say that's I will answer your question.
I don't ask for your number at all. I don't know what that means. If a guy doesn't, he doesn't want to. Okay, so Favor, are you saying that if the guy didn't ask for your number, then he doesn't even want to be friends with you? I think a lot of times we think that when we meet people, we suddenly think of
I think
relationships.
I would respect a guy that doesn't collect my number on the first date better than a person
Exactly.
that does.
He's keeping me
Yeah.
on my toes.
And
I
that's why
like
I will message him.
Favor says I will do nothing. Ah, you know they say something. Don't make your boyfriend stop you from meeting your husband. I'm sure you've heard that thing before, Louisa. I think it's important that we do something at least. I know. Louisa, so for me, I'll definitely go with B. Hi Damilola. Hi, nice to meet you. Favor says, I said nice to meet you, nice to have you here. Favor says if he wants me, he should look for me. So if he's in I don't know, if he's in a totally different country, what's going to happen?
What do you mean if he wants you? Faye, don't forget that the question you asked was not, you didn't ask anything relating to relationship now. That question is just basically, I mean dating relationship. It's
Yeah.
basically cordial
No, but
friendship relationship, Abi?
exactly, because friendship can lead to something else, but we need to start off somewhere. I feel like sometimes we ladies, we just is it forming or how would I call it? We like to form. You like to form, but favor, it's your opinion and we totally welcome it. Damlola says like John, no be only look for you. Kakik said, don't be a nuisance on this live.
Can't keep saying.
Louis, you didn't announce this live on my live earlier. Oh, so this live is actually a live between myself and Captain Kirk. Louisa is warming up the chair for us for a couple of minutes before Captain Kirk.
I'm just helping their ministry. I'm helping their ministry.
Louis Bay Face Sugar. GRM says typical me will do nothing because chances are he saw mine first and didn't slide in. Hmm. So he saw your channel or your Instagram handle and he didn't
What
slide
if he
in.
didn't? What if
Exactly.
he didn't see?
GRM gives me vibes of an overthinker. She's like, I'm
She
sure
did
this
what?
guy. She gives me vibes of an overthinker. Overthinker. She's like, I'm sure
Chidi is
this
an
guy.
overthinker. She
She'll be
is.
like, I'm sure this guy has seen my handle, but he didn't reach out to me, so I'm not going to reach out to him. No, guys, like I feel like
And
when it
even
comes,
me reaching out to you, and even me reaching out to you that, oh, how are you doing? Oh, remember me? I saw you in this event. Don't overthink too as a guy because really there will be nothing. For me to reach out to you, I'm not thinking anything. If I was thinking
exactly,
something, I will not reach out.
exactly. Cheer, my overthinking friend. Hi, Joy Johnson. Good evening. Favor says, Dammy. Hi, amazing people. Good evening, ladies. Thanos Favor. I won't. Okay. I'm new here. Zulu says you have a heart of gold, Louis. I wouldn't even bother to ask. is not interested. I think, as Louisa said, you guys are already thinking of relationships. I don't meet a guy
Relationship.
once
No.
and I'm already thinking, oh, I'm going to date him.
Tin is
No,
laughing. I need to laugh.
no, I won't meet a guy once. Okay, so Zulu, are you saying that maybe Zulu is speaking for the guys now? Right, maybe he's because he's a guy, and I really want guys to speak in this live stream. So Zulu, you're saying if you meet a girl and you don't collect her number, you don't even want to be friends with her. Is that what you're saying? A favor says definitely he will make his moves with me. Quintuplet family says since he didn't request my number, that means he doesn't want me, not literally interested. Well, I wouldn't blame people to Louisa because the question is should ladies also chase? So that could mean if a guy you feel like he likes you but he's not saying anything, can you also, you know, can you also tell him that you like him? So maybe that's where people are coming from. Huh?
Maybe,
Louisa,
maybe,
can you
yeah, exactly. Because
yeah,
the topic
that's
of this live stream is different from the question and the
relate.
scenario you painted.
Yeah. Um, how did we get to speak in the first place? More opportunities will come again. Now, I'll favor your vexing. Tim Hawkins says we have to be chatting for a while, then maybe I'll ask for your number. A guy that likes to, you're a process guy. So from one level to the other, I guess. Favor says I'll wait until another opportunity comes for us to meet again,
May
just
never
like
come.
you. Ha! Opportunity comes, but what?
It might never come. Faye, you know what? When I
Exactly.
when I meet guys that say, "How are you doing? I think I know, can I have your number?" If I don't
Yeah.
like when I don't like guys, that's what I tell them. Maybe when we meet again, because I know we will never meet. How many times will I come out? So it's people I don't like that I'll say when we meet again. If I like you, there's no next time. We might not meet again.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I saw the fake Kirk announcement. Yes, Tim Hawkins from Damilola. I'm an overthinker. I can share him. I know what overthinkers do. I can be one myself, so it's okay. From what Faye said, you like the guy already. Exactly. Chirem says, oops. Damilola says, Chirem. Riri, hi Riri. Tim says, I don't have IG. It doesn't need to be IG. IG was just an example. It can be Facebook. It can be X. It can be anywhere. Damlola says Riri. Chirim says hi, Dami. Damlola says a guy's action or inaction speaks volumes. Chasing by a lady can be subtle, and if he doesn't catch it, then he's not into you. All right, so Louisa, I want to throw a question, right? So if you like a guy and he's not coming through, how would you chase him? Or how would you tell him that you like him?
Yes.
And not
Well,
like chase, but how would you tell him that you like him? Huh? So I
I
want
can
to.
never tell a guy like you. I can never do that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me let me tell you from experience.
Yeah.
So this my whole life. Before I got married, there's only one person that I've crushed on. Right? I really liked
Uh
that
huh.
guy.
Uh
Amazingly,
huh.
he liked me too. And when he told me
Uh huh.
after we had departed, left each other, I was like, we have come out from where we met or we know each other. He
Yeah.
knew that I would never have accepted him at that level. Because the fact that I liked him does not mean I wanted a relationship at that time. I was still young. I was
True.
still
True.
yeah. So, but I really
True.
liked that guy. But I never
Mm-hmm.
told him. In fact, till today, he doesn't know. But we're still good friends.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's one thing to like you. It's another thing for you to like me and let me
Mm-hmm.
know. So the best thing I would advise anybody in this shoes, just position, like Dami was saying, there's a lot of ways to position as a lady. There's a lot of ways to
Like what?
on
So
the
give
green
us
light
give us an
without
example.
letting him know that you're on the green light. Do you get? Be
Yeah.
friendly to the person. Amazingly, me and my husband was talking about this yesterday night. Be friendly to the guy.
Yeah.
Compliment him. Guys don't easily get compliments. Compliment him. Let him notice that you're around him
Uh
without
huh.
thinking that you are pushing yourself on him. So just
Yeah.
position. That's the best advice for ladies. Position. If you are positioned enough and this guy is not asking you, you are going to ask him as before your hand. That's what happens to ladies that propose and the guy says no. Even the guy doesn't like you, you would
I
know
was
if
going
you are
to ask that
sensitive to what.
question about ladies proposing, but thank God you mentioned
You will
it.
know. You will know when you're proposing to a guy that does not think that it's time to propose to you or to ask you out or to marry you. If he
Mm-hmm.
does, he will not wait for you to do it. So as long as he's not doing it and you are in space, what makes you think that when you
Yeah.
come out, he will do it? It means that he's not seeing you the way you are seeing him. And
Mm-hmm.
so position is what I would advise ladies. Just
Okay, Luis, I want to read the
position
comments.
well enough that he observes you. And when he's still not making his move, run because that one, even if he accepts
Yeah.
your proposal or this, it means that it's just accepting it because you said out of pity you will not get the best.
Exactly.
You will
Out
continue
of
to do the
pity.
work.
So, Louisa, please read the comments we have.
Okay, let me read from here.
Yeah.
Why did you even stop?
Um,
Okay.
Dami's comment. If he doesn't catch it, then he's not into you.
Okay, yes. So Favor is laughing. That means says in the process of processing Obago. Laugh. Favor says if opportunity comes once, why did he not utilize the opportunity if he likes you as a friend? Okay. Faye, I hope you heard that.
Yeah.
KD, how are you doing? Good evening. She says like done. I don't even end the relationship according to that Zulu. So why would I bother asking your number? That's just me though. A man's actions after a date should tell you what he thought about you. Keyword actions. And, oh, that's Zulu, a guy, from a guy's perspective. Okay. Adami thought you were still live. Hi Zulu said, okay, this is hi. Okay, let me read chat. Hi Captain. Okay. Chinyerem says, what if you tell a guy you like him and he doesn't feel same way? I do no, I can never. Let me tell you guys, I like that guy so much, very much, so much. But no, I just couldn't. Hi Yomzi. Amazingly, I liked him. He liked me, but he too was scared to ask me. And if he had asked me out then, I would have said no because I liked him, but I didn't like the party was stolen. So I just knew that I like him, no go last. Anyway, let me just read. So that's what Chini said. She says, what if he doesn't feel the same way? I hope it's not my network. Faye is not here anymore. Where are the guys? If a lady always compliments you, make moves. Okay. Won't you think the lady is into you? It depends on the setting though. The buffet was asking you guys. So Captain, Zulu, if a lady compliments you always, would you think that she's into you? Um have you seen guys discussing before? Don't even know if I've seen guys discussing this kind of topic before. Men make moves for what they like straight away. Exactly. But some men can be too slow. That's why when a guy says that a lady asked him out and he accepted it, that guy is a suspect because I'm thinking for a very long time, like, was this girl in your space all the while? Why didn't you? Some guys will tell you straight away that they are shy. And I'm wondering, you are shy? Really? So it depends, Favor. Some people say that they use that to Favor, welcome back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Did you get my message, Louisa?
No.
Okay. I'll chat you up with my other number.
You will do what?
I'll chat you up with my other number. Or don't worry.
Okay, let me
In
just quickly
my
read this chat. Okay.
okay. All right. So
Good
Louisa,
evening,
keep reading.
Umuchineke. I agree with you, Favor. Okay, the network kicked me out. Okay. Just coming from watching your last video, Fair, choose me. Chris Palms. We need to hear from the guys themselves. Exactly. Guys, let's know your thoughts. I
Yeah.
don't rush everything. Says Tim Hawkins.
I think Captain will be here in another 5 minutes, right?
Okay,
So
perfect. So is it
for
ready?
5 minutes. But Louisa, where are you on the comments? Louisa, where are you on the comments?
You say what?
Where are you on the comments? The comments. Where are you?
Where am I? Okay, let me comment.
Yeah.
I was just watching. I'm not. I want to join the comment section fully now. I like.
Where
Ah.
did you read to? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. I just read today greetings. Chris Palms and KD greeting each other. Chinyerem them.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay.
towards the
All
end
right.
of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So how do I even leave this thing? Okay. I
Hi,
just end
Chris.
it from my end, right?
Christmas, thank you so much for watching the video. Please, you guys, I have a new video up. So if you're here to watch, please go ahead to watch.
Faye,
It's
how do
called
I? Okay, I just exit normally, like I'm ending my own live stream, right? Doesn't
yes,
affect you.
just press X. You just press X,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Thank you
Louisa,
guys.
thank you so
Nice
much.
having you.
Bye.
I'll meet you in the comments.
Okay. Tim Hawkins says I don't rush anything. Pams, welcome. I've never had Pams, but that sounds really, really nice. I'm trying to add.
Oh, I think I need to come to your rescue because your network is giving trouble and you're choking on the line. So I'm here. Uh, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm just well, I'm filling the gap. That's what I'm doing. Oh, thank you. Yourself for as how the display was. So you keep it you keep it real.
Thank you. Thank you. So we already started the conversation with Louisa, and we definitely asked, should ladies chase the men? And Seba already said, look, we want to hear from the guys. So, Captain, what happens when a lady chases you? How do you
Oh,
react?
so is Captain is the guys. Ooh, I'm in the hot seat
Yeah,
now.
yeah, you are.
Um, I would say, um, I wouldn't say that the lady. Hold on, hold on, hold on. So, what would I do if a lady chasing me,
Yeah.
or should I be continuing
If a
from the
lady
same
chases you,
scenario that you said to Louisa? Where should I be continuing
yeah,
from?
I mean, so basically, should a lady chase a guy? If you like a lady and you don't make a move, can she make a move at you?
Um, I think I think if a lady just like how a lady would have said or think that if a man see a lady that he's interested in or he liked, he should make that move and he should be focused when he's making that move. I think it should be vice versa because sometimes maybe the man is not there looking at that time, but you never know what could have happened if you at least stumble across him and kind of prompt him to let him know that, hello, I'm here. Maybe it could work. I'm not saying it will work, but it could.
I can see some comments already saying no, but go on.
Um, I know the lady's gonna say no because that's the in thing.
Yeah,
Or a lady
yeah,
wouldn't try or think that they should have approached a man or should have make any step to a man if they're interested in a man.
yeah.
But if you look at it, remember, imagine if the guy didn't see you. Imagine even though you're in that event with that guy and he's walking by and he's seen so much other women and he maybe just passed you and didn't really recognize you as to draw his attention immediately. But
Mhm.
because he wasn't even looking, he was just basically doing his thing, moving around, and you end up there, but that's not there. I think if you see that guy and you find that guy, would I guess you would have found him attractive because you don't really know
Uh huh.
not much about him. I
Uh
think
huh.
you could, just don't look at it as only a man should be approaching a woman. If you see something
Uh,
and you like it, I'm saying you should just go at it. Vice versa, whether it's a man or a woman. So what do you think?
I'm not. I'm not thinking. I'm reading the comments. I'm
All right,
not thinking.
what the commenters say then?
I'm
Because I'm
not
not reading
thinking.
the comment. I'm not reading the comment. What the commenters say?
Good to see you both on same screen, same time. Louisa, okay. Michael says, "Good evening, Captain." Chris
Good
Pham
evening.
says, "I can't chase." Chris Pham says, "I can't chase a man." Right? She says, "No, please, I can't chase a man." Louisa says, "What will be your response, Captain?" He already responded. Chris Pham says, "Men are chasers. Men are chasers. I can't do their work." So it is your job as a man to chase a woman. Yeah, it's your job as a man to chase. Why you opening your mouth, Captain? You have something you want to say?
Yes, I'm gonna finish. I got to.
Chris Pham says men are chasers. I can't do their work. Michael says I have been chased by a girl once. My
You got network. You're a bit breaking up. You're a bit breaking up. Lu- Fidessa, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. All men are not chasers. All right, Fidessa, I think you're breaking up, so maybe they can hear me more clear. Fidessa is freeze at the moment. So like like what Tim is saying, um, Fidessa, you're breaking up. I can't hear her. That's the same thing I was trying to say. I can't hear her. All right. Can you all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me clearly because we can't hear Fidessa clearly. Can anyone hear me perfect? Okay. So Fidessa is gone. Can everyone hear me perfect? No, yes, we always gonna be hanging. We never step out the building. Man never stepped out. Man always stay and hang on. Even when they are their last draw, they please give me a chance, give me a chance. We always hanging. We never let go. We never let go. Okay, but Tim said all right, let me continue talk. Okay, so yes, is in our DNA or it's in the way how yes. All right. So I'm saying that is in our DNA to chase a lady. Yes. But realistically now, if a lady gonna sit there and just wait on a man to chase her, I guess she not gonna be getting chased very often because a man now who is really a man who think like a man. If you
Captain, can
watch
you
that
see
movie,
me?
I
Can
can
you
see
see
you
me?
clearly. I can see you clearly.
Okay,
If you
great.
ever watch that movie, act like a man and think like a woman, basically you have to look at it now in a different way that saying it's not only a man and first and foremost let's stop there it doesn't call chasing anymore. Forget about chasing. It's called
Uh,
if you see something and you do like it, you make the move. Simple. So it's not no chasing because I'm not gonna come to a party or an event and I see you and I'm gonna be running behind you trying to get your number. I'm not gonna do that. But if I see you and I do find you attractive and I think I want to say something to you, yes, I probably would approach you and ask you, hey, I see that your glass is a bit empty. Do you mind I refill it for you?
lines. Come on now. Come on.
So so then she might say, no thanks, or why not? So
Mhm.
that is the line that I would have used to get a bit closer. But that doesn't
Mhm.
say that I'm gonna chase you because it's what you said next can break the whole me approaching you. Because you could say the
Mhm.
wrong thing, you could say the right thing, and
Mhm.
all of that just ended. But if a woman see a man in an event and she
Mhm.
stand there and she looking at him, but the man
Yeah.
is not looking at her, but you do
Mhm.
like the man. What you gonna do? Sit there and be like, "Oh, no, I'm gonna wait till he give me eye contact for him to come to me." No, because you may lose out on your future husband.
Really?
Really,
Really now? Oh,
things and times are changed. Things and times are changed now. You can't sit
mhm.
back there and think that man always gonna be chasing. A lot of men don't chase. A lot of men don't chase. A lot of men want to
Sorry,
be
now that
chased
you're
too.
talking, I want to know Zulu, Michael, and every other guy here. Do you agree with what Captain is saying? Because I'm in. I
Yeah,
mean,
Tim is agreeing with me. So I'm telling you, a lot of man here is agreeing with what I'm saying because we want to feel like we're something too. It's not all the
uh-huh.
time the ladies should feel like they're the piece of the prize and we has to get it. What about
The
us?
lady is the price. What do you mean? The lady is the
Bec-
price.
oh,
The
hello,
lady
hello.
is
No,
the
no,
price.
no. I'm the prize
No,
now. I'm my prize also. Yes. Yes. Edu said, Captain, no, no, no. Edu, Edu, remember you're in a relationship, Edu. So you will say no, no, no now. But
so
if you were on the shelf, if you were on that shelf, Edu, and you need to be picked off that shelf, trust me, your mind will be running all different type of way. You'll be thinking how to get off that shelf, and is not sit there and waiting for Mr. Lover Lover to come and be like, you're the one. Can I take you off the shelf? No. Sometimes you have to come off that shelf and approach what you want. Also, it's not all the time things come to you as a lady. What you think?
I'm not thinking. I'm not. I told you. I'm not saying. I'm like. I'm a mediator right here. Louisa
Okay.
says that's why I can say that's why she can say hi and initiate a conversation. Absolutely, absolutely. From conversations, beautiful things can unfold, which I totally agree. But I also agree with you. I mean, if you like something, right, there's an indirect way that you can go about it by telling that person that you like something. There's an indirect way of going about it. Louisa says a lot of men don't chase,
We do.
hoping
Thank
that the
you. All
ladies will
right.
come chase you.
Okay. Okay. Because the world has been changed a bit where a
Been
lot of
changed. It's still called
no hold on
chasing.
hold on. The world has been changed a bit where a lot of ladies who understand that saying it's mutual ground now going on where if I see something and I do like it,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay for me to say something or approach it or do something than just sit
Mm-hmm.
around and open that person gonna come and say something to me like I am always the price. You have to understand that we know ladies are the price as a man, but in these time of worlds now, we know that we also are the price. We also need to feel that same hi, how you doing? Oh damn, you look nice tonight. We want to
She
feel
will
that too.
definitely. She will do that. She will do that. But for starters, the man needs to make the effort.
No, 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 no. Women will do that. If a woman sees something that she want, not need, want, yes, yes, she will approach it and be like, "How you doing? How is your day?" Yes.
That's a conversation, right? So you're saying that she can start the conversation and then you can take things up from there.
Why not? Why not? We are human
Okay.
beings too. We are the
Okay.
specimen of beauty. It's not just a
Okay.
lady alone.
Excuse you. Specimen of what?
It's not just the lady alone. Come on. We basically we on a level ground now where I think that women should feel okay and don't feel intimidated or don't feel scared to approach a man if she see a man that she do find attractive because
Mhm.
she probably don't want to approach him and then she lose out on something that could be very, very, very good and very interested. So I think that if you see something in this
You
type of the
go for
world
it.
now, you go for it, and that's what I think a lady should do. Don't sit back and wait. Things will pass you. Things definitely will pass you.
Wow. Okay. Your fellow men are saying thank you, sir. That's Kakixon. Kakixon says thank you, sir. Wita says we are the price. I beg because we surely are the price. Some world says Dami. Dami says hi, Kakixon. Edo says Captain. No, no, no. Damlala says Louisa says Captain. This is just the beginning. When she says yes, I promise you, most times her love exceeds yours. That's it. When a lady genuinely loves a guy, oh my god! Like once you guys get into a relationship, you would know that she probably even loves you more because when women are in something, we are fully and deeply in it. So Louisa, you are speaking my language. You are preaching my language because I don't know what Captain is saying right now. Um,
You see,
uh-uh,
these are the.
uh-uh, you don't get to react to that. You don't get to react to that.
All right.
Jamila, that's it. Jam says, Louisa, ask Camo if them no chase, who will? Exactly. Team says, Captain is telling the truth. Amazing. Louisa is laughing. Katisi says, hi, Dammy. Some Wall says, hi, Louisa. Relationship is a two-way street. So you're saying the lady starts the conversation, the man takes it up from there, which is fine. But the lady shouldn't chase and chase and chase to the extent to which she now proposes to the man. I think if a lady proposes to the man, then I don't know. It's just crazy. What do you think, though, Captain?
Um, this is where I think we're getting it a bit kind of confused where we're talking about the approach and we're talking about the chasing. Now,
Uh-huh.
we're not saying that a lady should chase us, but if she wants to, she
Mhm.
can. But we're not saying a lady should chase us. We're just saying
If she
that
wants to, if she wants to, she can. But what's going to happen when she does?
then if we are interested, we'll also respond to her chase. But if we're not interested and you're chasing and you're not getting any response, I think you should gather all the information that you need to
The guy's
pull
not
back.
into you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not into you. So I understand that part, but we're not debating on the chasing part. We're debating on the approaching. Who can do the approach first or who want to make the approach first and doesn't
Uh-huh.
feel like it only is a man should approach a woman at all costs if there is a woman out there that he likes, because you have to
Uh-huh.
understand, if I didn't see you but you see me, how would I approach you because I didn't see you?
If you
It's
see
simple.
her, right? So my question earlier is, you meet
Yeah.
her at an event, right? And you
Yeah.
guys strike a conversation, right? The conversation is good, it is great, but you don't ask for her number. And then
Because
one day,
it's
hold
it
on, hold on. One day she's on Instagram and she bumps into your.
yeah. Okay. Okay. If we strike a conversation in an event,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
means there could be some possibility why we strike that conversation. That means is either if it was me approach you, that means I'm interested into you. So that's already done set down. So if you slide in my DM after, is no problem because I strike the conversation. But if you strike the conversation to me, you okay, fair enough, fair enough. And if I didn't ask for a number at that point when we're having that conversation, you're breaking up. You're breaking up again, Louisa. I'm about Louisa. Fidessa, you're breaking up. Fidessa, you're breaking up. All right, let me talk until Fidessa come back. So basically, what I'm saying is that if we bumping each other at the events, we start to talk, we're talking and we're vibing, we're having a drink. If I didn't ask you for your number at that point before we leave that event, that means I am not interested into you. So if you slide in my DM you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Because if I did want your number at that point, I would have, or if I was more interested into you after having all those conversations that we have, I would have asked for your number. So you sliding in my DM, I'm gonna like ignore you being in my DM. If you liked all my picture, yes, you could like the picture, but that's not gonna bring me closer to you because at that point when we were having the conversation, at that point when I was having the conversation, if I didn't take your number at that point, that mean I didn't want to go any further. It's just simple like that as a man. Let me read some of the comment until Fidessa come back because she's gone. Guys, women should not. Edu say, guys, women should not make a move first. Man, don't value cheap women. Edu is not. A woman doesn't make a move first, make her becomes a cheap woman, or make a man look at her as any lower than what. Fidessa, you're still breaking up, so I'm taking over until you come back. So, Edu, man doesn't look at a woman as being cheap or being low to move to him. It's the modern time now. If a woman sees something that she likes, just like how if a man sees something and he likes, if she see first and she want to approach, we're not going to look at her at any different than how if we did approach her. Because if that be the case, then all women should look at man like we're some low man. We trying to get up in your DM or trying to get your number. So Edu, I wouldn't say that would have been the correct way of dealing with the situation. Okay. Uh Captain, you get it. Man know what they are doing. If a man does not make a move, it means there is no move left to make. Thank you. Once the man doesn't make a move at that long conversation we have, whether it was 1 second, 2 second, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if we didn't make a move and ask for your number at that point, that's we just put water on that bridge right there. That was just we're just having a chit chat. We're not interested because you may say something, or once we start to talk, we realize that nothing is here that gonna keep us here. So that's true. That's true. Um, Sandy's in the house. Oh, you're back now. Jesus, oh.
It's really terrible tonight. I don't know what's going on. It's really bad.
Because the man is the man is on top. That's why the ladies are getting
Oh
pushed
shush! Oh
in
shush!
the network problem.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that!
All
All
right,
right,
read
so
some
we're reading
comment
the
for me,
comments.
please. Yes.
Yeah. So go on. No, go on. It's fine.
Okay, so we have what Edu say that man should be the man should always make the move. If a woman make the move, she's cheap or she is low. And I'm telling Edu that no,
Sometimes she's
it doesn't.
considered
No,
desperate when she does
no,
that.
no, 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 no. A real man wouldn't think that. A real man would not think that. A real man would say this woman really mean business. And
Interesting.
we like a woman that mean business. She don't come to play games. She come to
Hmm.
get straight to the point, find out what's going on, and make that move. We like a woman that think like a man and act sometimes like a man, not all the time. Sometimes like a man.
I feel like
So
sometimes you guys get confused, though. You guys get confused sometimes.
we do,
You
we
guys.
do.
Louisa
And
says.
it's also hold on. It's also
Okay.
depends on how that woman make that move.
Okay. So
Because
how? Wait. So wait. So let me rephrase this question. How would you want a woman to make a move at you as a man?
I would say, as a man, we look at it the same way as I would have made that move, would have come to you and trying to be funny or try to say something just to get you to smile. Because once we got you smiling, it's all over. We break the ice. The ice is literally done. We
Broken.
kick in the door. We're already inside, sitting on the sofa. We're waiting to get a glass of wine. We're in. Uh, if we don't get you smiling on the first pitch that we pitch,
Uh-huh.
you're not interested. You're basically being like, oh, come
Hard
bother.
face, soft face,
Yes, that's
irritant. You're
basically,
irritable.
basically,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And then once we
Uh-huh.
see that start to happen, we
Uh-huh.
realize that our approach was wrong. We wish we could have gone back to start
Uh-huh.
all over again, but it's
Uh-huh.
already too late. It
Uh-huh.
was already too late. But if you have too many drinks, that may end up work for you. That move may end up
Crazy.
that yeah, that
Crazy.
thinking that you're thinking may work. But
Uh-huh.
once you get her smiling, the doors are open. But you
Uh-huh.
just have to know what to say on your
Uh-huh.
approach to get her
Uh-huh.
smiling. And that's what
Uh-huh.
a lot of men know and a lot of boys don't know. So
Right.
that's the difference
The
between
difference
boys
between men
and men.
and boys. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Read some
Lu-
comment for me, please.
Louisa says, my question is, where is this leading to? Because if it's marriage, it is the man that identifies that he needs help and goes for who he feels will fit into his vision. Because guess what? The woman is the helper. So, um, again, I think what Captain is trying to say is even if you, even if the man, like, it's just saying if you like a man, start off a conversation with him. And if the man is feeling you, he definitely will take things further, right? If I get you right, Captain.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Frederick says, what a collaboration. I hope it's a good one, though. Louisa says, Fred. Simpson says, my Edu. And Gibbs says, hi, Gibbs. Gibbs says, a high value man is the price.
Hold
Yo,
on, hold
yo,
on, hold on. I'm
yo,
confused with that one. Can she elaborate on that? Because if she's saying that
I'm not,
I
I'm not,
value man,
I'm not done with the what he
okay,
wrote
okay,
though. He
okay, bring
says
it on.
a high value man is the price. He can
Mm-hmm.
get as many trophies as he desires. Lol.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Right. A I value man is a man who can make moves. Like he's have all he have all the you're breaking up again. Now you're gone. So now I'm gonna have to take it over again. A high value man is more like a man who or you need to all right, let me take it over again. Fedessa is frozen again. So let me take it over. So what do you mean like an high value man? A high value man can be a man who basically know that he can pull all the stops. He don't literally need to approach a woman to get a woman. He basically can pull the stops to get a woman. So there's a lot of high value men that are out there that know that that can happen. And you have the mediocre man who basically has to work his way in. And that's the two difference between the high value and the mediocre guys out there. So yes. Um, and also women need to understand that a lot of men are not really, really interested in also and there just before I go any further, there's a lot of high value women out there who basically look at
I can hear
things.
you.
You can hear me now. Okay, let me start
I
back
can
again.
hear
Let me
you.
start. You can hear me now.
No, no, no. It's really faint. Is it just me?
No, I can hear you perfect. I can hear you
Can you
perfect.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfect.
I can hear you. Like it's very faint.
All right, so that's good that you can't hear me, but I can hear you, which is no, you're gone again. You freeze. Okay, let me take it over again. You can hear me now? Okay.
Let me come back.
Let me read some comment. Guys, the man will say, after all you approached me and you made me leave my real love. Hold on. The whole heap of thing going on in here. All right.
Can you
You're
hear
back.
me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you. You can hear
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go back to the eye value man. But I want you to
Uh
pay
huh.
attention to the comments so you can always hit me with some of the stuff from the comment.
Yeah.
So what I mean by a high value man, it means like a man who can pull all the stops, meaning his wealth. So he wouldn't need to approach a woman, or make a move to a woman. He will basically, if he want a woman, he will just know. And you have high value women who do the same thing. So it's kind of vice versa, depends on the height of the person. And
Mm-hmm.
you have the mediocre guys who like the regular guys who basically have to make the move to get what they want. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the two difference between the high and the mediocre guys out there. But a woman need to understand that a real man don't
Mm-hmm.
look on your outside. He doesn't look on your shapes, your looks, the amount of expose that you expose. He doesn't look on your bum. He doesn't look on all that. He basically want to crack that conversation with you to hear how you respond and to hear how can you have a conversation with him to know if you're of value or you're not a value.
Fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
that's what a lot of women getting it wrong. They think that, oh, I need to be looking all spada, you
Lamb.
know? Yeah, and you're all spada, but it's
What's
not
here?
there. Yeah, what's
Mm-hmm.
there? If I say to you that, okay, the next 5 years from now, where would you see us? Oh yeah, we're going to River Island to go shopping. We're going to Zara to go get some new bags, and that's our 5 years she's seen. Shopping, going on a yacht. But that's
Mm-hmm.
not what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for you thinking about how we're gonna keep this finance stable, how we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
make sure this wealth continue to grow. So it'd
Mm-hmm.
be less pain for us. It'd be less things that we have to do as we get older. So when you say
I hope,
man, now
I hope ladies are taking notes right now. Go on,
I
Captain.
hope they are. I hope they are. So don't think that we men out here, well, a lot of men out here are
Yeah.
looking from outside. The outside is there, but we literally don't really care no more about the outside. One time
Yeah.
we usually care about the outside, your appearance
Mm-hmm.
and your look. No, no, we don't
Mm-hmm.
care about that anymore because we don't want you to come in
You
our life.
don't? You
No, because we
don't?
don't want you to come spend off all the money. We want you to come to tell us how we're gonna regenerate this money to more money.
Yeah.
So if you come in with your looks and talking about what you want to get and what you want to buy and where you want to
Mm-hmm.
live, you're
Mm-hmm.
literally not our desire right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we want you
Mm-hmm.
to help us and tell us what's going on in the next 5 years, where we
Men,
should be heading.
is Captain speaking your language? Fellow men, I need to know. So Zulu
Captain,
says,
no, you
Captain, you
go
get
and
it.
answer that 5 year question. Louisa said,
No,
Captain, nah, you.
hold on. There are comments up. We're not
All right,
jumping.
go back
Zulu
one,
says,
please.
Zulu says, Captain, you get it. Men know what they're doing. If a man doesn't make a move, it means there's no move left to make. He's seen enough not to make any more moves. Zulu, I need to get you on a live stream because you'll be spilling some things tonight, though. Hi, Didi. Hi, Didi, my love. So we have more greetings. Hi, Ivan. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for staying here till this time. So Louisa says, so why should I chase a man that doesn't think he likes me? Are we not saying the same thing? Right. Ivan says, greetings, Faye and lovely people. More greetings, more greetings, more greetings. Um, Edward Maka says, I have a friend who made a move first. Today, there is no marriage. So was our heart broken? I think that there are peculiar situations when that happens. We have some
But
peculiar situations, right?
yeah, but I
When
just told you
the
why that
girl makes
happened.
the move and it just ends up bad.
I just tell you why it happened, though. I just explained to you why it happened. It
Yeah.
happened because she made the move, but remember, she may have the looks and the appearance. But when she
Mm-hmm.
made the move and when the chit chat started and the conversation started to get
Mm-hmm.
tangled, we start
Mm-hmm.
to realize that the conversation is not matching up with the conversation that we want to match up with. So all the looks now becomes blurry because
Yeah.
we basically did want to hear the good conversation. We want to hear what both party gonna be doing or gonna make happen in the next years from now.
If
And
your values
because
align and stuff like that.
thank you. And if you're not telling us that, Why should we be like thinking that we have something going on? No, we definitely will be bailing. All right. Um, no, I'm just cutting it right there. The only time you can flirt with your man and it's be okay is after we pass that first level where we're being acquainted and things going on nice and you're calling me and you're telling me the good stuff and I'm telling you the good stuff. But at the initial start, if you flirt with me as a man or some man, they will look at it as a red flag because they're saying, is that your usually routine? And it could be a bit kind of, yeah, it could be a bit kind of like, how much of this she been doing? And our mind is kind of, we just think things right away and we just act right away.
Yeah.
We don't do like a woman that
Yeah.
we sit back and be like, nah, it's maybe just me alone. She got that move on. Just like when a man approach a woman, and I like what I said to you earlier on. I said, damn, your cup look a bit empty. Do you mind if I refill it for you?
Fair enough.
So
Yeah.
some woman would be like, oh, that's a chat up line. You've been using this a lot of time. But no, we probably just pick out that line for you at that point
Yeah.
that we see that fits to use right there. But
Mm.
a man will get away with it because a woman always think a man have to come with a good chat up line on his first approach. But a man don't think a woman have to do that on her first approach, being all,
Right.
you know. We don't like that. We don't like the on the first the
Uh-huh.
giggle giggle giggle. We just think
It's
that
too much.
it's too much.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Okay.
that's the
Louisa
difference.
said, I agree with the part that men sometimes like women that act like men. But it's also important that as women, you stay within your feminine energy. But of course, there are times when you need to step up and sort of act on that masculine energy. Just a few
Hmm.
times. But the feminine,
Hmm.
and I've noticed that the feminine energy actually gets your man to do things that you want him to do without forcing him to do it.
Yeah.
If you
Hello,
know
Shelley.
how, if you know how to, you know, if you know how to rope your way through it. But it's a skill. It's a skill.
Well,
Um,
with man have a lot of skills. We do have a lot
yeah.
of skills. That's why we're a man. Oh, you freeze again. Oh, you're back.
I'm
Oh, you're back.
freezing. Am
You're
I
back. You're
freezing?
back. You're back. You're back. You're
Okay.
back.
Oh my God. Don't scare me. Inner Beauty says, hi, Inner Beauty. She says, agree with Captain because some men don't ask for a number on a first day. Yeah, we kind of already clarified that. Okay, you
Yeah.
want to
If
say
we don't,
something? You want to say
yeah.
something? No, go on.
If we don't ask for the if we don't ask for the number on the first
Date.
scene and the
Same.
first,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
scene, because not even a date.
Yeah. You
Yeah, on
guys
the
should bump
first
into each other.
approach, yeah. On the
Hmm.
first approach, if we approach you and we spend 5 minutes conversating with you and we didn't
Hmm.
ask you for your number, don't look us up
Right.
because we don't want it. Because
Hmm.
is whatever you said that we determine whether we should proceed with getting your number. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just like what we talked about earlier on. You may put on that nice cheeky smile
Hmm.
and he may like the smile and then he smile back at you and be like, you don't mind giving me your number. So so it's,
Right.
so it depends on how you deliver back to him. That's why it's best that, like what you said, it's best that man approach a woman because it's a sticky one when a woman approach a man because the woman not approaching a man to let him smile.
Hmm.
I don't know of that. But a man
Hmm.
ideally want to make a woman smile on that first approach. Because if she don't smile, you're dead.
It's
You
over.
literally, yeah,
Yeah. You
you
don't
just
push
walk
it.
away. Yeah, you walk
Yeah.
away. She's not interested, not one teeny bit. Okay.
Hello, Barry. Thank you so much for joining. Gibbs says, how wrong is this, brother? I'm a bit confused with that, Gibbs. Captain nailed it. Okay, you have your men hailing you, Captain.
Yeah,
Nice.
and hold on a second again. And man, also, we're used to getting reject. We used to it. So when a woman reject us, we easily we walk away. But when a woman get reject, sometimes it's much more painful than
It's
a
emotional. Women
man.
are
Yeah,
emotionally based,
yeah.
so yeah, we feel things more. But you guys are psychological. You can just go out with have drinks with friends, and it's all over. So okay. All right, so more greetings. I know my Louisa would never ever toast the dude. Hi, Mr. Barry. Be right back, guys. All right, Captain, is that rum and black? Why are you
It's
laughing?
it's it's not rum, but it's Remy Martin with a bit of squash juice with a little bit of
Why are you stuttering? Why are you
uh
stuttering?
pebbles
Why are you,
inside of it.
why are you
Because
stuttering?
when you're dealing with the ladies, you have to be ready. So I was preparing myself.
Okay, so Ivan
Yes.
says, I am actually currently thinking of making moves towards a guy. What word do you have for her, Captain?
I would say I would say I would say if you see something that you really, really like, and but hold on. It depends on the
Okay.
situation that she basically want us to answer to her about, because it's either that either you know the person and you and them been like talking a few times and you feel like, oh no, I want to like tell him that, oh, I do, I'm falling for you or whatever. Then
Mhm.
that's a whole different situation, because both of you can feel if there is a vibe. That's totally
Mhm.
different. But on
Yeah.
on the new approach, it's gonna be a bit difficult because your game have to be tight. As a woman, your game will have to be tight, you know, because man doesn't laugh easily. Well, I would say for me, I don't smile a lot. But if you come and you say the right
You've smiled
words,
many times on this live stream, so you're smiling. Thank God
because
you're
I'm dealing,
smiling at us.
because I'm smiling at all the lovely ladies out there that
Yeah.
let me reveal a little bit about the man that we
Hmm.
all be keeping a secret.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that a woman approach a man. So yes, you can approach him, but you have to be real gentle, because if it's the first time you're seeing him, you got to be real gentle. You got to know how. And you, the thing is that women always plan stuff ahead of time. So it'd be hard for me to tell you how to approach a man, because you will need time to plan it. So
Uh huh.
I can't advise you on that. I only can advise you on saying that yes,
To be
you can
gentle,
approach a man. Yeah, be gentle.
be
But
soft.
yeah, but I think you need to talk to another woman to figure out what is the line you need to use. But if it's a
So,
man,
Ivan,
we
talk to your fellow ladies. All right, let's give you some tips and tricks.
thank you, thank
um,
you,
Damilola says, Ivan, does he like you? Right, that's a good question.
thank you,
That's a good question, also.
thank you.
Um, you don't take, right? So that just goes to if you like something, go for
That's
it.
right.
I'm thinking of taking the bull by the horn this time. You go, girl. You go.
Mm-mm.
Come on.
Remember,
Come
don't
on
don't
now.
choke, don't grab too
No,
hard,
don't
don't
choke.
grab too hard,
Just,
don't.
just, just think, just soft, right?
Yes, thank you,
Soft.
thank you,
All right.
thank you.
If it doesn't, let it go. Edward Mecca says, guys, this man will say, after all, you approached me and you made me leave my real love. Right. Right.
Time out. I saw
Right.
that earlier on, but you disappear a few times, so it went way up, and I didn't even see it again. Now
Yeah.
hold on, repeat it again for me again. Let me get it real deeply.
The man would say, after all, you approached me and you made me live my real love. So maybe he was with another lady, he was trying to get acquainted to another lady, and you came so hard, or you pushed so hard on him that he left her just to satisfy whatever you wanted with him.
All right. So for a man to do that in the first place, that means whoever he was with, and doing whatever he was doing, it must be a lie. Or he's just trying to use that to make his back feel big that, hey, trust me, I did have
Ego.
options. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
have options. And,
Yeah.
because first and foremost, if a guy is getting to know a woman that he do interested into, remember now, he
Yeah.
do interested into,
Yeah.
there's no one else that come along and
Mm-hmm.
turn his eye. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember, he's the one making the move.
Right.
Now, like she on the side who come and making the move, him have
Mm-hmm.
all the leverage to play. Because remember, you're the one making the move. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell you I'm interested. I didn't give you
Mm-hmm.
that from the get-go. That means
Mm-hmm.
basically I can shake you off at any point. But when the
Mm-hmm.
man is making the move, we're investing our move because trust me,
Yeah.
we want it. And man takes a long time to want things. But once we start to say we want it, we'll buy
You
all the
go for it.
roses, the flowers, we send you postcard. We even give you 3 birthdays in a year that you only got one. We try to pull up all the stuff and make that move. So I
Yeah.
think I think it was best that that was a lie because
Uh-huh.
once we're going for something, we go hard and nothing can distract us. So yeah.
Push, or you say hi to a guy, I think his response just makes you know where his head is at, if he's feeling you or not. From his initial response, if a guy truly likes you, and whether you want to. Yeah,
Yeah,
Captain.
I would say that sometimes the want you doesn't happen right away.
Immediately.
Yeah,
No, but
so
so the thing is, women have intuition. Your intuition can tell if this is going to lead somewhere, or if there's even some friendship cooking up in that relationship. Captain, are you there?
yeah, yeah,
Why are
I'm
you
here, I'm
giving
here, I'm here.
why are you giving the
No,
pose like you hung?
no, I'm listening. I'm taking it in because I
The
want to
thing
jump
for
out, but
the thing
I'm
is
taking
that
it.
for women, your intuition is most of the time always right. And when you reach out to a guy, you strike a conversation through his where this is leading, or if this is even leading anywhere, or if this guy is just here for vibes, or if he's here for friendship, or if he's here to flirt with you, or if he's looking for a wife, or if he's looking for a friend or something like that. That's my thinking, though, but I stand to be corrected.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Louisa
All right,
says, no, no, you're not. No, you're not responding, Captain.
all
Louisa
right.
says, is that a good? Jamilala says Louis, and then she laughs. Ivan says, Jamie, whether he likes me or not, as long as I'm eyeing him, I'm walking up. I like. Ivan is going for what she wants. She's like, I
Well,
like this
yeah.
dude.
Well, that's true. That's true, and that's what I'm saying. The
Thing
world
is,
has been changed.
the worst thing you will hear is no, and you'll move on with your life.
If you're a strong woman, but man
True.
are strong, and we used to
If you can
hearing that.
handle
So
rejection.
yeah. So if you can handle pressure, then push pressure. But if you can't handle pressure, don't put pressure.
Okay.
That's all a man would have to say to that. But
Okay.
remember, you can be in a relationship for 5 years, and then after 5 years, you knowing each other, you
Uh-huh.
realize that you don't really want to be with each other. And remember, both
Uh-huh.
of you won't realize that. It's only going to be one. But the one that realized that is
What do you
basically
mean
from,
realize that you don't want to be with each other after 5 years? What do you mean by that?
all right, that's like when you start a relationship. You need time to know each
Uh-huh.
other. Remember, I will give
Uh-huh.
I said you need about 5 years to know each other. I wouldn't say you need
Uh-huh.
1 year or 2 year because remember, there's so much that inside a woman that you need to know, and there's so much inside a man that you need to know. That's
Louisa, I need
basically
you. I need you. Sorry, Louisa, I need you to respond to what he just said if you're still here. Go on.
all right. I said 5 years. A lot of men, a lot of women would say 2 years, 1 year, 3 years. 3 years is good, but me
Uh-huh.
would do five. But most people would say 3 years. I like the long, listen, I like the long thing because, listen, I need to hear you snore. I need to see, I need to know that you fart. I need to hear you burp. I need to know everything that you've been hiding, you know, all this
So wait,
time.
so hold on. So let me clarify something. Are you saying you have to court for 5 years?
I say 3 years. I'm 5 years, but I think give and take
So
three
you
years would
have
be.
for is it something, obviously it's not something peculiar to guys. So for you, you feel like you need to know these things in 3 years. I mean, 3 years would make you know
Yes,
these
yeah.
things.
You need to know all these
Okay.
physical stuff about the person, and
And you feel
but
like you need to know them in courtship. You don't. It has to be in courtship.
yes, it literally
Okay.
does happen. It's not something that you can go and say, "Oh, I want to know this, this, this," and you lay it on the table. It's not
Luis,
something that you can lay on the table.
I need your other guys too, please. I need your responsible captain just said
Because
because.
remember now, you have the values, you have the ambition, you have the part that they say, "Oh, I love you," and is it love you, or I love being around you, or I love that you're in the same bed with me every night, or so there's so much as you're going on, you're figuring out, both of you figuring out, and sometime when it gets 3 years, both of you even laying in the same bed and realizing that, damn, is it really or is not really? A lot of people still push on. They will say, "Oh, it's an hiccup, so let's push on, let's fix it." But 9 times out of 10, fix is not the solution, because once you stumble against problem is hard to get over because people keep things in their head and people keep on reminisce. So you got to be careful and take your time, because remember, the first year you may not live together. So you're not going to know all the little quirks and stuff because you're just going on dates. You may be having a one sleepover that, you know what I mean? So the first year is like done. The second year is
Interesting.
when the second year is when you're going to think about, oh, let's move in. Let's start something together. So that's when now you start to know whether she can cook, if she like to
Guys,
clean,
Frederick Zulu,
if you
can you
like
hear
to
what
wash the
Captain is
plates,
saying?
So the second year you start to know all of that and you start to figure it out, who likes to do what, who don't like to do what, who's gonna complain about something from not complaining. And then after that, then you have the third year is when you realize saying, yes, I know the a good amount of what I need to know now. The rest can just follow along. But all this that I know now for these 3 years, is it what I need to know to make me move forward without looking back?
Okay.
And that's how we move forward.
Alrighty. So we have Frederick. We're waiting for your take. That's from Louisa. Even the right guy will come alone. I look at all that. Damilola says, even me self feed make move, but I never like anyone like that. Zulu says, I would say this though. The date will be the determining factor. Him calling you or not calling you will be the result of the date. After the wine and after the wine, my actions would give you the thoughts of you. Fair enough. But most times it's the looks that attract you first. You see a girl, she's very
But
no. No. You
that's
see
the
a girl,
problem. That's the problem.
trying to say that, like, oh, she looks good, right? And then you start thinking you watch her because you're not having a conversation with her first. Well, you feel like she's a good, So you agree with me or not? It's none of my business, Captain. But I'm just saying what I know. Are you here?
Oh, yeah, I'm reading the comments. You carry on. I'm listening to you. I'm reading.
Okay.
I'm listening to you, but
Okay.
I'm reading the comments.
Keson says, hello, Fedesa, Captain Kirk Lewis from Ivan. Ivan, he will come. I'm pretty sure he will. Everybody's saying hi to Kesel.
All right. Y-
Captain, now you
mhm.
go answer that 5 year question. Oh. You need to tell me so I can decide if I see myself there or not. Right. Louisa says, case of Frederick, you don't do what? Okay. Hi, host and chat. Hello, Shireen. Everybody's still saying hello with the greetings. Something that would be a great future for both parties. That's from Barry. And
Hmm.
Edwamaka says, women say it all, but men hide literally uncountable words, I tell you. Just few men are real men outside there. I agree. And that's what Captain said, the difference between men and boys. So that's quite clear. And Frederick says, chase women. I have got the t-shirt already, Louisa. Kesa says, oh yes. Tim Hawkins says, Frida, sir, you're a very beautiful woman. Thank you so much, Tim. Ivan says, yes, Jamie, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violent taketh it by force. She's Sherry says, case of blessings. Okay, so yeah. More greetings. Louisa says, the lady made the move and relaxed afterwards. When you start, you must continue. Exactly. What you start with, Captain, you have to continue with it. That's it.
That's it.
Mhm.
But
But
this is the thing. All right. It's just like when you're married, and you know that when you're married, if you start to having problem in your marriage, the the idol, the the words that saying you should go and talk about it and try to fix it, and you may go and talk about it and try to fix it, but then it keep on reoccurring.
yeah.
So it's not all the time that fixing is a solution, because sometimes fixing doesn't work. And I'm going to give you a real life story where I know a good friend who basically his wife, he basically just get rid of her because they couldn't get along. She left. She keep on come back and giving chance and trying to figure it out, trying to say it will work. So and then end up that she's not here now.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
I don't think all the time that a woman should always think that staying around and figuring it out and trying to make it work is the right option. If you
Uh-huh.
keep on seeing red flags and the red flags keep on reoccurring and getting worse, I think your best chances are going, because
So
you
when you say red flags, are you talking courtship or are you talking marriage?
both, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're having a family, whether you're married, the red flags come from all different angles. It doesn't decide where to come in or which relationship is gonna come in. It comes in
Uh-huh.
intimidation in things out there to intimidate you, just as what you said, where a man may see a woman and like her because of her bum or her looks or her shape. You could be with your wife or your girlfriend,
Yeah.
and you're walking down the road and you see someone shape better than her or have something that pull your eyes. So
Yeah.
that could be that. But if you was with your wife and you're in
Uh-huh.
love with your wife from the
Uh-huh.
inside, not the
Uh-huh.
outside, I don't think
Uh-huh.
that should have make you feels like you need to cheat or have an affair, because you're basically with you're basically in love with your wife from the inside, from her
Yeah.
personality, from the things that she do, how she let you feel, all that
All
inside
encompassing.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make a difference if a woman out there have a better bum than her, bigger tits, look more brown skin or dark skin or beautiful than her, tall hair. It wouldn't make any difference to you, because look at it. If you're married and you go on the beach, and you walk past so much ladies in bikinis.
Uh-huh.
You don't cheat at that point, and you
Lost.
walk. But remember, you will always do that, even when
Yeah,
you're in
sure.
your own house and your
Oh,
woman
sure.
walking
Sure.
around. You do
Sure.
that. You still think. So we
Sometimes
can't stop that.
subconsciously, sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can't
True.
stop that. But when you act, that is the problem. When
On
you act
it.
to it,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
and that's the problem. So if I love my wife or my girlfriend within inside, and this is what men need to do: love from the inside and forget about the outside. The outside is just optional, not from the outside and then trying to work your way on the inside, because the inside is harder to tolerate, harder to be, is more harder from the inside. So once you grasp the inside, the outside is nothing to you. It's a shell. It's a shell. So
Okay.
that's what I think.
All right. So Zulu says, look at it this way: women don't want a man who doesn't have a core value and a bit of stability. Very true. Similarly
Mhm.
to men, men don't want an expensive liability. Right.
Mhm.
Believe we can see that on the first date. Interesting. Um, Louisa says exactly, Captain. Even says, if I eventually catch him when I tried, I will then make him chase after me. Okay, you go, Evan. Gibbs says, for me, it's physical attraction first. Then after talking to her, I decide if I want to date her or just smash. All right. Kaisel says, Fat Zulu. Hi, Shelly. Hello, everybody. Inner Beauty says, yes, Gibbs. Louisa says, Ivan, okay, you're sure. Yeah. So we have, okay, Captain, I turned up for you, so no wahala, my friend. I know Gofi cry on the first date. Okay, Louisa says, that feminine energy sometimes depends on not the over soft lady that men would abuse. Of course, when you're too soft, sometimes you get taken for granted. They
Mhm.
override you. So there has to be a
Mhm.
balance, You crying every day and hoping and praying for his love or hoping that he gives you the same energy. Sometimes
That's
you really
right.
need to step things up and walk away if you need to. Um, and then we have more greetings from others. Trust your okay. Kesal says a return smile means a lot to a man, right? So if he's trying to make you laugh and you keep laughing with what he says, it tickles you guys. That's what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Because it's not normal for her to make the move. That's why you go pay now. Oh my god. Captain Kirk and Kesal is laughing. Still enough. Um, okay, internet energy is not always real. I don't think Damlola says I don't think it's great to give a man room into your heart. Don't like ease that much.
Mm.
Man, room in your heart, unsolicited. Men don't like ease that much. Ha! Interesting opinion.
Interesting. Interesting, that man. We'll
Um,
get back to that one.
um, internet energy is cruise, not just romance. Okay, I think we're talking about um, can a man love two women at the same time, Captain Kirk? Ivan has a question for you.
why, why,
Yes.
why, 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 when it's certain question, you stop me and be like Captain Kirk? You
Yeah, no, no, but she said,
All right.
can a man love
All right.
Kirk? She wrote your name there.
All right. So, as 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 for me, I would have
And my
say,
household, we would serve the Lord. Go on, just joking.
as for me, I would say no, but I think, all
Mhm.
right, it depends on what.
You're
Um,
stuttering. You're stuttering. You're
no,
stuttering. What's
no, no,
what's
no.
what's going on? What's going
I
on?
don't, no, because I don't want to get thrown under the bus tomorrow. I don't want to be be talking about over this whole platform.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
You
Uh huh.
can't love two
Okay.
women at the same time, because basically love is not something that you basically you pick up and saying, like a lot of people saying, I love you. It's not
Mhm.
something like that, because your love really grows from how you feel inside about the person
Yeah.
and what the
Yeah.
person really do and give you that butterfly or that tinkling or that fidgety, when they come around you or when you hold them. So for you to say you're gonna love two people, you will have to
Mhm.
be real close with two people, like hands on hands every day. So to kind of feel if you can feel that same feeling from that two
Mhm.
people. And if you're in one relationship and you have another relationship, there's no way you could find the time to be real hands on hands every night with that two people at the same time,
Yeah.
unless you're one of them people that was one of your topic that we didn't talk about, who can have multiple wives. So,
I should probably
but
talk about that though.
yeah,
That
we're gonna
that would
leave
be
that one to use on that topic where that
okay.
would make sense for that topic. So let's yeah. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's move on. Yeah.
Even my opinion, no conflict of
Yeah. It's
interest.
literally no. Yeah. Literally no.
Says another lady will toast you. Hi Juba, thank you so much for joining the live stream, guys. Please double tap if you're yet to double tap. Greetings, Juba. Louisa says any lady hearing Captain Welsh should know that it's a wrong move in all. Exactly, it is. It is. It
Time
is
out
a
for a
wrong move.
second. Time out for a second. Famous stepped in the
Captain,
building, and Famous is saying, "Why all these men being all holy and holy?" So, Famous, they're not being holy and holy. Famous.
more comments. We're not jumping. We're following the process, Captain.
All right, carry on.
Keith says, Captain, don't forget, a man can chase a woman for 5 years. And once he smashes the 5 years, he raises from his head.
Wow, that's a long. So you want to tell me all that time you're smashing and doing and whatever, you didn't think at some point it is not right? So it
No, no,
take you
no.
all of
He's saying
five
that, no,
years?
he's saying that to be celibate. And then maybe you now decided to, do that after 5 years. And then once he does it, he's like, okay, I'm done with this.
Well, all right. This is gonna get a bit more tricky now
That's
and
evil,
intense.
though. That's
It's gonna
very
get no, no,
evil.
no. It's gonna get tricky and intense now. All right.
Yeah.
It's called a thing where so all the man them let me know if wanna right with me or wanna wrong with me. It's all right. You know, like in some relationship that just started and they have this tradition where
Mhm.
you can't hit it unless you're married, until you're married, should I say, not
Yeah.
until you're married. So basically, you
Yeah.
can't taste the fruits until, you can't try it
It
until,
had a ring on it. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. So, some man who their mind is more on that part of feeling, how it feels.
Mhm.
Sometime when after you waited 3 years and get married, and then when you
Mhm.
try it, it may be not what you think that you want
Mhm.
as a man,
Mhm.
and that can
Mhm.
also cause the man from decide that it doesn't work. But this is why that within that 3 years, he should have been digging deep inside to love her from the inside. That means no matter what has happened after that, he should have been committed. So that means he didn't commit it from day one. He still did have his options open. This was like,
Yeah.
yeah, my option is open.
Yeah.
I'm riding because I have to do this to the 3 years. And then after the three
Mhm.
years, if it's not right, then I'm moving on. So it can be,
Yeah.
that's why I said it can be a bit,
A bit tricky.
yeah. So it's hard to
Fair
answer that
enough.
one on a thing.
Totally welcome.
Okay.
DIY says men first because relationships built on lust don't
Bang.
last. I totally
Spot on.
agree.
Spot on.
Totally agree. Okay. He can decide not to like me back. That's fuel for the fire to walk away. Exactly. Um, we have fame. Okay, famous. Famous says, moving on to a guy is not a wrong move. Every smart guy can tell if a lady likes him or not. So it takes the courage of one to go forward. I'm I'm waiting for you, Captain.
No, no, no. Repeat for me, please.
Okay. Moving on to a guy is not wrong. It's not a wrong move. Every smart guy can tell if a lady likes him or not. There can be a situation where they like each other, but they're shy. So it takes the courage of one to go forward.
Well, that's true. That's true. As we go
Uh,
back to what we're saying, that this is
yeah,
why sometimes we now and the modern time now that it's good when a woman, if she sees something, she need to make a move because maybe, like I said, like what you just said, we both may
yeah,
cross part, feel the connection or see the connection,
uh-huh.
but we both is shy to make the move.
Yeah,
So somebody got to build
uh-huh.
up and somebody got to take it in control and make the move. So yeah, so I'm right with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Saying like the shyness can overtake what's going on sometimes. So somebody got to step up. I don't. It's less
Great
guys here than
conversation. Duh, duh,
it's
duh,
less
duh,
guys
duh,
here
duh.
than female. So we're not really agreeing. We're just this is why we're trying to say to a woman that there is man and there's boy,
Mhm.
and all the man that's on this platform.
I need to read this comment because I
Yeah.
wanted somebody to actually address the 5 years or 5 years that Gibbs talked about. Dam Lola says 5 years to know each other. That's enough to have a marriage and divorce happily ever. That's true. People who meet each other and they're married in less than a year. We've seen people who meet each other and they're married in 2 years. No, 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 no. You're not saying anything. We meet each other. So it means that you were not even thinking about marriage in the first place, right? I um I get Louis. You have to say what exactly am I wanting to? You know, Captain said something like, "Oh, you need to date somebody for 3 years, right, to get to know them." That's what he says. I wanted you to respond to that. Louisa says, "Famous. Some is still here. Thank you guys for still being here." What are you figuring out for 3 years and 5 years? That's even.
Okay.
I'm going to read more so you can respond to all at once. Me, I can never be in a relationship that long. Waiting they happen. Very true. Um, Barry says, Captain, that first time you meet a lady, you know she's the one. You know she's the one. No two ways about it, my brother. When I met Liz, right? Oh my God.
Barry,
Louisa says,
Barry,
figure.
Barry. Hmm.
Louisa says, figure out yourself before you approach me, please. Exactly. 5 years PhD. You guys are behind the comments. Yeah. If you need 3 years, you don't really know what you want. Exactly. Faye is far behind. Oh my God. Someone did 12 years relationship. She wore engagement ring for 5 years. Did you hear that, Captain? Famous says it all depends on the age. If you guys started at a young age as teenagers, then it needs 25 up. So Famous agrees to 3 years. Fantastic. Ivan said, Sandy, a friend of mine with an Italian guy actually renewed their engagement. Sorry, people renew engagement vows, Captain. That's new for me. Sandy, that's Lord of the Rings, 5 years engagement. I don't need a relationship as a teenager exactly. Can't miss this one though. Nice topic. Hi Talat, how are you doing? All my people are here. Well done though.
Damn, you're far
Even
back. You're way, 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 way
okay,
back.
so I'm going to now I'm skipping comments actually.
Yes.
Sandy,
Okay.
then I won't count all those years as relationship. Relationship starts at the point we know what we want exactly. And then we have more greetings. The outside is just for aesthetics, but all those big backyards are snatched. Well, okay, that's Sandy. The answer is no, Captain. Conflicts of interest. Kaysel says, as a man, no way would I juggle two women. That's two different personalities, and two personalities can and will clash. Right. Okay.
Mhm.
The grass is not always greener on the other side. interesting. Famous says, Evan, I'm actually at the end of the comments. The comments there were more of greetings. It wasn't really. Evan, keep supporting genuinely, and for you to have a membership of that channel, you're doing the right thing. Hope you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's a different thing entirely. And Juba says, it's okay. Don't matter how long it takes. If you don't have true love, if you don't have true love, it's going to work. Or if you have true love, it's going to work. And true love based off accommodates. I'm tad confused with that. Famous speaking in parables. No, I get what famous is saying actually. Say, clap for yourself. Thank you, Louis. I'm clapping for topics today. I'm going to jump right to the second one, right? Because I feel like we dwelt on this for long, and that's like decoding what a guy really means or wants. And I have something here. So when a guy says, wait, I'm not looking for anything serious right now, right? Can you hear me, Captain? And every other person?
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Okay. Calls you every night. He jealous when you talk to other guys. He introduces you to his friends and he even plans dates. What do you think he wants? A, he's confused and doesn't know what he wants. B, he likes and benefits without the commitment. That's like vibes. C, he actually wants you, but he's scared. And D, he's just playing games.
I'll say this B because he don't want to commit. He's like, hey, you know what I
He
mean?
likes and
And
benefits with.
yeah, without a comment. Because the
Let's see your comments to that.
because the whole thing is that saying I think he is like it's like having friends with benefits because he put her in the friend zone. Because you're not wife material. You're just not
Like,
wife
have you
material.
communicated? Look,
You're not wife material. So you're basically
okay,
you're
Louisa says to read it. Louisa says to read it again. So, um, if a guy tells you, I am not looking for anything serious right now, what does he? And he calls you every night. He gets jealous when you talk to other guys. He introduces you to his friends. He even plans dates. So, what do you think he wants? He's confused and doesn't know what he wants. He likes the benefits without the commitment. He actually wants smash. Let me use Gibbs' word. You can say it. What he wants from you guys already have an understanding.
it's it's Louis just say A and B. It's the thing is that it's hard when a man tell a woman that, oh, I want friends with benefit unless they
Sorry,
see the
sorry, sorry,
woman.
Captain. Hold that thought. Please. Louisa, C is he wants you, but he's scared. Captain, go on.
Yeah. So it's hard for a man to tell a woman that he want a woman with friends with benefit unless him seeing the sign from the woman that's what she want. Meaning like he would see that when he's calling her, she always gone out or busy. That means she's doing her thing also, even though she
Mhm.
have him there on the side, which she's not saying he's on the side. She's making him feel like he's the one, but she's doing her thing. So if the woman's showing that sign, it's easy for us to say, hey, best we have friends with benefit. But if she's not showing that sign, she's showing the commit sign, but we're basically showing that we don't want to commit. We liking the ride and the vibes and but you're not that, you know.
So, so I agree with Dami. He's just being an evil spirit. I agree with Dami. He's
No,
an
no,
evil spirit.
no, no.
Louisa says he's confused and doesn't know what he wants, and he likes the benefits without commitment. Famous drops something very honest here. He says, Faye, I feel like the guys here are not being honest. Captain's answer for a guy loving two women, I don't get it. So famous, let me hear your answer. What is your answer to a guy loving two women? He's just
I
saying that
said
if you love
no. I
somebody,
said yeah. I said no. Thank you.
and you begin to wonder, is it like he doesn't love his wife, or
No,
or what?
I think yeah, I think with that could be that he's getting different. He's not getting. He's still looking. He's like his wife may be beautiful, but
Uh-huh.
she don't have the inner ability that he want from the inside, and the side chick may
And you
be
didn't,
giving him
and you
that.
didn't, and you didn't know that before you got married to her,
This is why I said you have boys and you got
and you
man.
have men. Okay, fantastic.
So I always keep it like that, boys and man.
Mandy says he likes the benefits without the commitment. Yeah, a lot of ladies are agreeing to the guy doesn't know what he wants and he just wants the benefits without the commitment. And she
Yeah.
says, "Hi, Faye and Captain. Hello, Mandy. Famous. Let's get your POV exactly." And Gibbs says, "When a guy says he's not looking for anything serious, he just means he finds you attractive and enjoys juice." What does this mean, Captain? Gibbs, what are these terms? What are these terms? And
Those are
enjoys
man
juice.
terms.
He
Those are
enjoys
man
your
terms.
company.
We can't
He
tell you
enjoys
what the man terms is.
he enjoys her company but doesn't see a future with her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not wife
Louisa
material.
says Louisa says Captain is being diplomatic. Kesa says,
No.
I must be a different breed of man. When I see someone I want, I go all out to get it. Right. Louisa says, exactly, Gibbs. Can't hear Faye. You can't hear me. I'm sure you can.
We
Gibbs
we can
says,
hear you.
okay, Gibbs says a man can surely love more than one woman for different reasons. Okay, now. So
Yeah,
you guys
yeah, we yeah,
you
which is
guys
what I
are
just
saying the
said. Which
truth.
which is what I just
Yeah.
said. Yeah, you can love this one for the looks from the outside, and this one can cook, wash, clean, and press
So
and
hold on.
make sure the house is nice.
Love with two women.
No, no, no. Love is just you can love anyone.
Just surface. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
you can just love anyone.
Okay, he doesn't know how to make up his mind and express his love for you. Okay, that's your answer. Let's do this another time, me and you. Okay, famous. Okay. Same here, Michael. Yes. Yay, famous, famous. I can't wait. All right, famous. We'll work on that. Gibbs, I beg, I beg. Sandy, you don't agree to that. You don't agree to that. I actually can't wait for famous with hot answers. Sandy is laughing.
He's so, Sandy, what do you mean I just switched my answer? What do you mean I switched my answer? I was saying to you that Vanessa is freeze now, so let me take it on now. So Sandy, I was saying that basically the love that people saying, "Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you." To me, that's just the word of saying love, because when you love someone, you can feel it. It's a totally different story. So it's not love to me, because you feel when they come close to you, you feel different. When they touch you, you feel different. When they say stuff to you, you act different. So this is what I'm trying to say. That's a different kind of love, which I don't think it's the word love, because love does use on anything. Somebody meet you today and you and them start to go out for a month, they be like, "Oh, I love you." What you love? What do you know about the person that you love? So to me, I'm saying that love is what you feel from the inside, the connection that you and that person feels, not on the surface that just running off your lips saying, "Oh, I love you, 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 I love you." So that's what I was saying, Sandy. So I didn't switch my mouth. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see who else for this mix. I actually can't wait to I can't actually wait to for famous with hot answer. Famous, they still want to hear some answers from you. I don't know what that answer is, but they still want to hear some answer from you. The chat has been freeze. I don't know if because the host is gone, but it has been stopped. Oh, it's me need to scroll down. So Louisa said, like that, Dammy. Personally, I have only ever liked one person at a time. That's from EZWS.